so what I would kind of want to ask you is that this idea of the American dream, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Do you think that this dream's still alive? Do you think it's still attainable to the, not to you or me, but like to somebody younger that's in their 20s maybe?
Great question, Kevin. So the American dream. I love America. I'm never leaving America. I'll travel the world, get a dose of what's going on out there, but America through and through. Ex-fiance, ex-girl, I used to date her from London. We have friends from London. She was Welsh, actually. And I used to show up and like, oh, the Americans here. I go, fucking goddamn right, John Wayne just walked in the building, right? Proud to be an American. This is when like Kanye had that song with this still, my American boy. And I was like, hell yeah. But the American dream, I talk about this quite often. I think the American dream is not dead, it's just different. The American dream has changed, and we need to recognize what's changed in the American dream. The American dream used to be get a job, maybe you go to college, maybe not, work for the same company for 40 years, you retire, you get a gold watch, you get a house, picket fence, 2-car garage, 2.5 kids, 1.2 dogs. American dream, you stay put, you build your family, that's how it works. The American dream has changed. Home ownership, it's harder than ever to buy a home. Car ownership, harder than ever to buy a car, meaning unaffordable. So if you're a young person out there, right? So if you're 25, if you're 30, and you're like, the real estate people have done a great job saying that renting is just throwing away money. Really? I would disagree with that. I think the American dream has changed. What I think that young people, what they have to understand is what the American dream was is not what it is now. So my definition of the American dream is financial freedom. Okay, being able to pack up your shit, go wherever you want to go, make money wherever you're at. Now, most people can't do that. Most people have to go to an office. They got to work 9 to 5. I get it. But this whole concept of work from anywhere, WFA, work from home, WFH, whatever it is, that's kind of new in the COVID world and the Zoom babies and all that. Dude, I've been doing that for a decade. Moving to Miami, I live in Dallas, I'm spending time in New York, I'm spending time in LA. That's not new. But what I tell people is you have to understand, especially when you're young, you have to build a structure for your income and your life and your investments and all that fun stuff. But you need to keep your overhead low and your flexibility high. So I say you could be living in Austin one day, next thing you know, you're moving to Boston. Now you're in Boston, now you're moving to Cali. You're out of Cali, you're coming to Florida. All of a sudden there's a hurricane, pack up your shit. A lot harder to do when you have kids, a lot harder to do when you have a family. I get that. But if you're young, right, or if you're a little bit older, like some of us here that doesn't have a family yet, keep your overhead low, your flexibility high. That to me is the American dream. Going wherever you want to go, doing whatever you want to do, making your money without being anchored to this house, to these 2 cars, to this mortgage payment, to this neighborhood. Because people want the flexibility to move. People want the flexibility to move around. So you were living in Miami in 2017. Now you're back in Louisiana. Who knows what's next for you? You have a wife and kids or anything like that?
Single, yeah.
So there you go, bro. How old are you?
38.
Looking good. So for you, I think that buying is overrated. I think that cars are overrated. I think that the average person is spending $500 on a car, but they don't realize that they're actually spending $1,000 a month on a car. Because when you add up not just the car payment, the interest, the tax, the tag, the title, the gas, the insurance, the this, the that, everything, all the bells and whistles, tire rotation, oil changes, all that fun stuff, the parking, the tickets, everything, whatever happens, look it up right now. The average American is spending $1,000 a month on their car. That's 12 grand a year. Now, if the average American is making 50 grand a year, that's what percentage of your budget? 25% of your budget on your car? Your car should be 10 to 15% max. So it's just super inflated. Housing. It now costs in America, on average, about $2,000 to rent, but $3,100 to buy. So there's an $1,100 spread difference. That's your taxes, that's your mortgage.
The homeowners
insurance. The homeowners of the insurance, you know about this. So there's only 50 top metro cities in America. The LAs of the world, the San Francisco of the world, the New Yorks of the world, the Dallases of the world, the Miamis of the world, the Chicagos of the world. There's only 3 metro city areas where it's actually cheaper to buy than to rent. So let me say it again. Of the top 50, only 3 areas is it cheaper to buy to rent. Those 3 areas, Pittsburgh, I think Montgomery, Alabama, and
Great
Memphis,
place.
Tennessee. So unless you want to be living in Birmingham, Alabama. Sorry, Montgomery, it's Birmingham. I apologize, my Birmingham, Alabama audience out there. But unless you're trying to live in Pittsburgh, Memphis, go Grizzlies, or in Alabama, at any of these cities, New York, LA, Chicago, Miami, it's just cheaper to rent.
Yeah.
Especially when you're young and you have a roommate, you have a buddy, you have a business partner, you have an office, whatever it is. So the bottom line is I think the American dream is still alive and well in America. It's just different.